Good morning, Manal present here. So today's in this lecture video, I'm just going to discuss about the subject OOPS, object-oriented programming using Java, and the unit which we are going to see is Unit 3, and the topic which I'm going to discuss here is final methods and class. So let me move on to the next slide. Let me see the introduction of what is the final method and how it is predominantly used in this Java, and what is the main purpose of using final methods. These things we are going to see here. Okay, so let me start with the introduction video. So this is the recall of the previous um, method, that is abstract method, previous topic. This we can discuss later. So let me move on to the topic here. So we need a final keyword in Java. What is the purpose of using it is it will restrict the user to use some other concepts here. The Java final keyword, which can be used in many aspects. The first one is it can be as a variable, it can be as a method, and it can be as a class as well. So if you make any variable as a final, you cannot change the value of the variable, as how we saw a constant keyword in C programming language. The same purpose, the final keyword has been used in Java. So the value of that variable would not be changed throughout the program. It will be declared as the same value. Say, for example, if I give as final int a is equal to 100, throughout the program, the value will be 100. Okay, so that's the example here. There is a final variable speed limit is there in a program. So we are just going to change the value of this variable, but it can't be changed since it has been declared as final. Once assigned a value, it can never be changed. So see here, you have created a class called as bike, bike 9. So you have used a final keyword, and with the data type integer, speed limit is equal to 90, which is the final variable. So I'm just using a method called as void run. Speed limit is equal to 400, and so if I try to change the speed limit value somewhere or other in your program, which is not possible since it has been declared as uh, 90, it cannot be changed as 400. So that's what I'm trying to explain here. So if you make any method as final, that method could not be override by any other method. So let me have a look into it. You have a class bike, and you're going to mention the method called as void class Honda, which extends bike, and you have declared the method void run as final. So once you declared any method as final, it cannot be override by any other class. And I'm just trying to override this void run method within another class, which is not possible. So that's what we are trying to say here. So see, if you make any class as final, which is also cannot be extended. So final class bike is my class name. Class Honda 1, which is going to extend the bike, which means bike is a parent class and Honda 1 is the child class. And this thing is also not possible. So once it can be a variable, or it can be a method, or it can be any class. If it is declared as final, the particular value, if it is a variable, the value cannot be changed throughout the program. It will be constant. And if it is a method, that method cannot be override in some other class. And even if you mention final as class itself, as a parent class, if you use a final keyword in that, that class could not be also extended by any other child class or the immediate class after the parent class. So this is the main thing which we are going to discuss, which we had discussed here. So let me recall with the mind map. What we saw here is final class and method. Final, which is cannot be subclassed, and a method, if it is a method, must be declared using a final keyword and which cannot be override, and class, which must be declaring using final. That is cannot be also extend. So this is the use of what? Final keyword. So thank you. We will be discussing some other interesting topics in Java in third unit. Thank you.